Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh with another YGO Omega Daily Duel, playing some Invoked Shaddolls with, we've had some mixed results so far. We've had some insanely good hands and some insanely poor hands. This hand's okay. Lead on Magical Meltdown. Grab a Leister. Normal summon a Leister. Activate effect, grab Invocation. Summon Artemis. Activate the effect of Invocation. I don't know why the cards go huge sometimes. Just like hold down, click a little too long. Summon a Mechaba. Effective Invocation, grab back a Leister. Definitely arguments that we should have fuse into a Shaddoll and try to do a combo, but we don't know what hand traps our opponent has, and I don't like overextending. Here we have a Mechaba negate and Ash, and it's going to be hard for them to attack over Mechaba with the Leister. If our opponent doesn't kill us, we have 3 Shaddoll monsters to follow up with. So I think playing conservatively is okay in this situation. Definitely might be wrong and you have to be greedy. But right, opponent normal summons a Thorblade. Summon is fine, does not use the effect. Summons a Borbo in defense mode, sure. They summoned this in attack. They could have attacked us directly and summoned a Zeus. We have the negate up for the Zeus, but definitely something to keep in mind. This also effect of Golden Lord, discarding Disciples. Well, we will for sure negate that. We get rid of Ariel. I don't know how I feel about mixing Zoo and Eldlich and Dragon Ruler. I feel like you end up in situations like this where you're discarding those Disciples for no value. I guess summoning it off of setting this to grave to summon the Golden Lord is good. Opponent summons a Drident. Effective Drident, gonna destroy our Mechaba. It's annoying, but that's fine. Goes to battle. It's us for 16. Main phase 2. Activates Tanky, sure. Grabs Ram. Sends the Tanky to summon the Golden Lord. Well, add it back to hand at least. Alright, opponent does summon the Golden Lord. Sets a card. They're gonna summon Zeus, or do they think just Trident's enough? Alright, does not summon Zeus, just leaves Trident. Drop Terraforming, that's not super exciting. We will normal a Leister. Grab Invocation. Very tempted to summon a Shaddoll here, but I'm not sure that's better than the Mechaba, because Mechaba can just negate. I guess we're only playing one Mechaba, so we might as well summon a Shaddoll. Activate Invocation. Summon Op Cologne using Squamata and Wendy. We'll put Wendy on chain 1, Squamata on chain 2, Op Cologne on chain 3, target Drident. Alright, Drident gets negated. We'll send... We already have Engrave. Rush to the graveyard. Set Ariel. Opponent gets a chance to respond. We will link summon Anaconda, activate Op Cologne. Opponent's going to have to stop something we're doing. Op Cologne, add Shaddoll Fusion, discard the terraforming. Effective Resh, banish Op Cologne, flip Ariel, effective Ariel, summon Op Cologne. This is not as exciting as summoning Construct, but we work with what we've got. Activate Shaddoll Fusion. Opponent's going to activate Conquistador. I think they have to blow up our Anaconda. Blows up their own Drident to lock us into summoning Winda. That is cute. Summon Winda. Pay 2,000, activate Red Ice Fusion. Summon Dark Dragoon. Activate the effect of Dragoon. Destroy. And this can't be destroyed by card effects, no point in activating that. Only having Ash is not ideal. We'll pass the turn. This Winda, between Winda and Dragoon, we should be able to stay alive fairly well. Opponent switches Golden Lord to attack, normals Ram Ram. Summons another Borbo, this time in attack. Sets a card. Yeah, opponent destroying their own Drident was definitely unexpected. Activate Winda, grab back Shaddoll Fusion. Attacks us with the Borbo. Sure. We might end up just discarding the Shaddoll Fusion to negate Zeus. Opponent goes to main phase 2. Summons Hammer Kong. summons Tiger. Get back, reattach Thorblade. Nope, just go straight into Zeus. Sure. Opponent activates Zeus. We will. So they send everything to grave. Opponent can get back the Golden Lord. We negate this, they change, they'll send everything to grave. We get the Zeus off the field. That seems worthwhile. Discard the Ash. Shaddoll Fusion, I think, is the only card that gets us back into this game. Opponent changed the Zeus, we knew that was coming. Sends Scarlet and Conquistador to grave, so opponent has everything they need for their Eldlich engine. We're running low on resources. Banishes Scarlet, sets Conquistador. And okay, goes to end phase, activates the Conquistador. Sets Scarlet. We draw Solemn Judgment, that doesn't do anything. And we'll scoop it up. We're not getting back with the Judgment. Alright, game 2, bring in Cosmic Cyclones, bring in Feather Duster. Called By is really good, Ash is really good. Lancia is kind of medium. I don't really like Lancia against Eldlich. Judgment's good because we're going first. Yeah, this seems fine. Opponent taking their time to side deck. I feel like Eldlich is a really bad matchup for Shaddolls because Winda doesn't really stop anything they do. Winda protects itself from being destroyed but not from being sent, so Golden Lord can either send it to the grave, and it's just big, so opponent can just activate one Scarlet for their special summon and attack over the Winda, or summon it back using its own effect. Like, the deck just has very clean outs to the Winda, which is Shaddol's best card. And we don't really have the resources to outgrind their trap cards. Haquero can rip cards out of our graveyard that we want. Like, Eldlich is just... The Eldlich plan lines up against Shaddol's very well. I don't know if Zoo is the best complement to Eldlich. It's not... Definitely not as strong against Shaddolls, but between the Golden Lord being really big and hard for us to deal with, or deal with long term, and the Zoo cards being able to send away our whole board at once, giving them a very clean out to Dragoon, I feel like this is a very tough matchup for our deck. Opponent taking a really long time to decide. Alright, we will go first. We draw essentially nothing. I guess we activate this Red Eyes Fusion. I think we've bricked with this deck a lot. Activate Dragoon. Is there any reason to set the Schism? Probably not. I will set it anyway, maybe try to bait out some back row removal. And pass the turn. Except now YGO Omega is going to ask us if we want to activate this every time we get priority. And we can't turn off chains because we will definitely have to negate something with the Dragoon at some point. Activates Cursed Eldland, sure. Yeah, so our opponent has their whole Eldlich engine going here, and we're never going to be able to out-resource it. And this deck plays around Shaddoll Fusion pretty well as well. Opponent discards an evenly matched, targets our back row. Sure. Alright, now obviously our hand is really bad, but this is kind of what I'm talking about with this deck being able to completely out-resource us, because we have to negate this with the Dragoon, or the Golden Lord is just too big and attacks over the Dragoon. But our opponent's going to get to dump Haquero with the Eldland, get back Scarlet, and then the Golden Lord just comes back on the next turn. Alright, opponent has a Tenki as well, so this is going to let them make the Zoo pile, attack us directly with a Borbo, and send Dragoon with Zeus, and then we're left with just Shaddoll Fusion. And this exact situation is not even uncommon with the Shaddoll deck. Like, ending on Dragoon plus Winda is like about the best thing our deck can do, and the Golden Lord can just send the Winda, and we're end up in the exact same position, even when the Shaddoll deck has a good hand. So we take 17. Opponent's thinking they probably don't want to make a huge pile here, because game 2 we could have Nibiru. Summons Hammer Kong. So that's 3. I guess it doesn't even matter, because if the Zeus is their 5th summon, they still get to send the Dragoon. Alright, summons Tiger. And we went first, so we're unlikely to have Nibiru. Some Shaddoll decks do main deck Nibiru because it's a light monster. Summons Chakanine. Summons Trident. Opponent's just going all in on this pile. And summons Zeus. I don't know. Okay, so opponent gets 3 activations with the Zeus. Uses one of them, gets rid of our Dragoon. Sets 1. Sets 2. Passes, activates the Haquero. Sets Scarlet. We draw Squamata. Go to main. We will activate Shaddoll Fusion. Opponent chains Conquistador. Are they going to destroy their own Zeus? Opponent activates Scarlet. So we saw how powerful turning off Shaddoll Fusion was in the last game, but blowing up your own Zeus that still has 2 interactions feels very greedy. Our opponent's ridiculously far ahead in this game, so like they're gonna get away with it, but I don't know if that's a great play. Well, we will set our sad Squamata. Go. Keep us alive. Can flip summon, destroy 1 monster. Opponent goes to main. Activates Golden Lord Engrave, sends True King's Return. I also don't know about playing these True Draco cards. Like, sending them to destroy something, like, that's value, I guess, but I think they're going to be dead more times than they do anything. We will activate Squamata from grave, because we don't have a whole lot else going on. Send Wendy. Activate Wendy. Set Beast. Alright, we've upgraded Squamata into a beast, courtesy of our opponent's True King's return. Opponents thinking about how they're ever going to beat this beast. I don't even know what the beast could possibly draw us into at this point. We're never outgrinding this deck. Like, it's never. Opponent, 30 seconds on the clock. If they time out, we can still win. Link summons Barricade Board Blocker. Discards another. Opponent really likes Evenly Matched. I don't think the Shaddoll deck really makes a big enough board to make Evenly Matched good. And then you just keep your Winda or your Dragoon, and then you have your best card anyway. Like, our ideal board, I guess, would be Dragoon, Winda, Schism. And then you evenly, and you just get rid of whichever one is not threatening. Opponent summons Nightmare Unicorn because they discards True Draco Apocalypse. Shovels our beast back. Can't let us draw our cards that probably would do nothing. Sure. Goes to battle. Alright, now I think our opponent's just toying with us. Like, there's... Sure. Hit us for 22. Main phase. Activate Scarlet. Gets Conquistador. And passes. Banishes Conquistador. Gets Scarlet. I'd say top deck Shaddoll Fusion. Grabs that Tenki. But then our opponent can just destroy Unicorn. We redraw the Beast. Screw the rules. I have money. We're just going to normal summon this card. We are dead. So, opponent, end phase, bring back Golden Lord, attacks for game. They don't have to do anything else. Yeah, this just feels like a nightmarishly hard matchup. I don't think the Shaddoll deck, even if it opens a good hand, will realistically beat this deck like maybe 5% of the time. Like, I'm not going to say it couldn't happen, but everything this deck does just crushes the Shaddoll plan. So, GG opponent. Good games.